still a ton.
Yeah,
They
I mean,
move
I
very
have some
slowly.
here, yeah.
Yeah, no. We don't start yet.
He's smoking. He'll start coughing. Hey, Chris.
When do you want
I
us to
should have
stop
put
when
my
they get to
sweater
McDonald's?
back on. I was taking clothes off. I know. I didn't know that was the attire.
Okay.
I got my jacket today, though.
Do the introduction at this point?
Well, you can
Oh,
start.
because they're edited. They're going to be edited.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 27th Annual Holiday Parade, sponsored by the Greater Derry Londonderry Chamber of Commerce. We are here at our little perch in front of Blue Seal Feeds. My name is Bill Gardocki, and I am joined this year by Suzanne Bernier Robinson, who will be our color commentator for the afternoon. Welcome, everyone. We've got a gorgeous day, as we usually do. I think this is my 19th year of announcing the parade, and I think we've only had 1 or 2 days where we were getting either wet or snowed upon. There's a little bit of a breeze out there today, but it's an absolutely gorgeous day, and we want to thank Blue Seal Feeds for allowing us to appear here today again. And I think Suzanne has some information about Blue Seal, some of the specials that they have coming up.
Yep. Blue Seal Feeds is doing a fundraiser. They're raising funds for Liberty House, New Hampshire. That's an organization that helps homeless veterans. So they are raising funds, clothing, and food. They're joining forces with Fireplace Village in Bedford, Village Comics in Bedford, and also the Blue Seal Feeds in Milford, Bow, and Derry. Carriage Shack Farm in Londonderry is also participating. So this is a real joint effort for these companies to bring in funds for the homeless veterans in our towns.
We really appreciate Blue Seal Feeds allowing us to set up here every year. They are open when we are here, so it is a little bit of an inconvenience for them, but they are great. They allow us to set up and take up several parking spots here at their store. Right across from the Hood Plaza. I can see they have a great selection of Christmas trees out here this year, Christmas wreaths. So come on down if you need a tree or a wreath, and help support some of the local establishments here in town.
They also have wood pellets, lawn and garden supplies. They have feed for small animals, that's the domestic animals, and also farm animals. Birdhouses. A lot of early Christmas shopping can be done in there.
Yes. I'm a koi fish person, so I get my koi fish food here.
Oh, do you? That's special food.
That's my pet. That's my pet.
Is that all you have, Bill?
Yes. Yeah, they're perfect pets.
Yes.
So, as usual, the parade will be led this year by the Derry Village Rotary Club, whose motto is Service Above Self. That is the motto of all Rotary clubs, and the club meets on Tuesday mornings at the Marion Garish Community Center. And it's one of the oldest service organizations in the United States, and the club does a food drive. And the members of the club you'll see walking up the parade route. They will have their shopping carts and collecting canned goods and also any money. If people forget to bring canned goods, we generally see a fair amount of cash involved. Both Suzanne and myself are members of the Derry Village Rotary Club. And we have a large contingent here today that helps support the parade.
I think last year the Rotarians collected over $1,700 and over 2,000 pounds of food, which is a ton, right?
Yes.
That's quite a lot of food.
And it's all donated to local food pantries here in town.
And as a special this year, the Rotary Club has agreed to match whatever funds are collected at the parade. We have agreed to match that, so we will be giving out twice the cash.
And if you haven't yet, visit one of our service projects up at Humphrey Road. Built a beautiful pavilion up at Don Ball Park. Take advantage of that. Bring your kids up and enjoy a day at the park. Of course.
Once the weather's a little bit warmer. Actually, we will be having an open house, a little community celebration in the spring as a grand opening of that pavilion that we put at the park.
And a reminder for any veterans out there, we will be along with the Derry Rotary Club again having a veterans dinner. I believe
It's the Thursday after Memorial Day.
Thursday after Memorial Day.
In May.
Yeah. So if you're not on our mailing list, make sure you contact a member of either the Derry or Derry Village Rotary Clubs and join us for a free meal.
That is open to all veterans.
All veterans, and which is a little bit different. We've done different organizations in the past as far as Korean War veterans, Vietnam War veterans. This year it's going to be open to all veterans. And you can hear in the background the Derry Cruiser leading the group of Rotarians here that are coming up the side of the parade route with their carts.
We want to also thank Shaw's. Shaw's here in Derry lets us use these their grocery carts, and they also do make a generous donation.
That's not too bad. Sometimes we need earmuffs for the cruisers when they come by. We'll definitely need it when Santa makes his appearance, but that's not too bad as far as the siren this year.
This year the Derry Village Rotarians are involving some of the children. They've put out their, I think what Rick Bazanga said is the ammunition to tug on the hearts of our spectators to maybe give a little more. I know the food pantries are really struggling here in New Hampshire this year. The New Hampshire Food Bank is really talking about having some bare shelves.
I saw Charlie Sherman, who is the director of New Horizons, and he was saying that they had the largest crowd ever for their Thanksgiving Day dinner. And,
so we've got some cute kids out there trying to tug on the heartstrings.
Look at Mr. Piccolo.
There we go. It's great to have Phil come back each year, all the way back from Atlanta, fellow Rotarian.
And here you can see the vehicle that is pulling the trailer that's collecting all of the groceries donated by Southern New Hampshire Landscaping. We want to thank all of the chamber members and all of the businesses that give up their vehicles and their trailers for the day to allow different organizations to build floats and participate in the parade. The parade would not be possible without all of those donations from those businesses. Most of these organizations in town don't have their own trucks and trailers, so they rely on local businesses to supply them, which many businesses step up to the plate and take care of that.
It is a joint effort. A lot of the businesses donating just the flatbed trucks for organizations that don't have those capabilities to be able to have a float in town. So that's wonderful. I did hear that we have 29 floats this year, which is wonderful. There were some really...
Part of my chore in the morning is to line up the floats, and there were more this year than I've seen in a while. Either that or they were larger this year because they took up a lot more space.
How many? 20 boxes of food, I just heard. 20 banana boxes of food have been already collected by the Derry Village Rotarians.
Next up, we have our Citizen of the Year.
John Michaels, being represented by his wife, I think.
Yep. John received this award posthumously this fall. His wife and law partner Nancy accepted on his behalf, and Nancy is here with us today. John was a staple around town in Londonderry. He was a town moderator for years, school district moderator. John always, put himself right out there whenever an organization needed help or a volunteer. John was always there. He was an Army veteran, state representative, and just a great guy. Town will miss him.
A member of the Chamber of Commerce, director on the board there. We also want to thank Mr. Butterfield, his horses and carriage, beautiful horses. It's wonderful to see him out riding.
Oh yes, in his top hat.
Not just today. Sometimes when I'm driving around town, I see the horse and carriage out. Beautiful. It's wonderful that he offers this service each year to our Citizen of the Year.
They're a cross between a Hackney and a Clydesdale.
Beautiful horses.
Hey Tim. Nice to see him there, all dressed up. Looking great.
Next up we have the Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year. That's Amphora Restaurant. That's a Greek restaurant here in town, owned by Pete Soupoulis.
I would have never been able to say that. Thank you.
They were honored with the Business of the Year. They've only been in town for 5 years, but Pete is a great community supporter. He donates a lot of his time and food to catering the survivor reception for the Relay for Life that we have here in town. That event is one of the biggest Relay for Lives here in the state, actually. He serves more than 300 individuals at this event. It includes a complete meal, and he brings his grill and does one of those barbecues. He roasts one of
Getting
those
a
pork
sweet
barbecues.
ride.
Yes.
Sweet ride in a dusty old car from
Yes.
Dusty's. We want to thank Dusty's for
So we
donating
actually
cars as
have,
well.
yes, exactly, dusty old cars, some beautiful cars he's got in the parade today.
And next up we have the Derry Firefighter Honor Guard. Their mission is to serve with honor and distinction, and we have some past and present Derry firefighters. We want to thank them for their dedication and service to the department and the town of Derry. And you can see they're marching with their axe and flags, and
They
lead the
actually are a
parade. They
nonprofit
technically lead the parade.
organization too.
Oh, really?
They
I didn't
raise
know that.
funds to help outfit members to be able to travel to funerals, events, and National Fallen Firefighters Memorial. Next up, it looks like we have the one of the talents and personalities. Do we have an idea? This is, oh, actually, this is Public Service of New Hampshire. Their car, actually, is the Chevy Volt electric car.
with Miss New Hampshire.
Hampshire in there. I know PSNH has been a major sponsor, a lead sponsor of this holiday parade. They are actually sponsoring some other holiday events coordinated with the chamber.
Actually, that's a Volvo.
Oh.
So I'm not sure. I think
So
our
that
Volt is
isn't-
still to come. Yes, our
We're
Volt
out of
is
order
back there.
already, Bill. We've just started the holiday parade and we're out of order. There is Rod Folia. He's with Miss Greater Derry, I think. And then we have Title Cash. I think we have to resort to looking at what's coming up, Bill, because we're out of order big time
Yep,
already.
that's okay. As usual,
Yes.
nothing out of the ordinary there.
Yes.
That is a fantastic looking car, and a
Yes, look at that.
very attractive young ladies getting their
That may
ride.
be one of the preteens, Miss Preteen. And
Okay,
here's
now we have
Public
our Chevy
Service of
Volt.
New Hampshire with a Chevy Volt.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got to drive a Tesla the other day, which was really cool.
Oh, nice,
So,
nice.
The Chevy Volt.
Yep. Well, PSNH is the 5th largest work center, is located here in Derry. So they are out of this facility, almost 35,000 customers are served.
And they are the largest contributor to the Granite United Way, which serves 80% of New Hampshire. So they are big contributors to the United Way.
Yep. Next up, we have the New Hampshire Police Association Pipe and Drums Band. They've been in the parade for a number of years with their bagpipes. This organization was formed following the tragic death of a New Hampshire State Police Sergeant.
They sound great today.
I'm not going to try to talk over them, Bill.
It's got to be a little chilly with their knickers on.
Oh, and here's Al Caprillion following the pipe syndrome. Al is a meteorologist for WBIN Channel 18.
And next up we have the American Cancer Society with the Derry Londonderry Relay for Life. The Greater Derry Londonderry Relay for Life will be held on June 27th at Pinkerton Academy. It's a great event. I know that we raise here in town one of the largest in the state.
I think it was, I think it was in the top second or third place
Yeah.
for largest fundraising.
And this year's theme for 2014 is It Takes a Team.
Yep. Now we have rigatonis. Great food to go is their motto. Their crew is passing out 1,500 pounds of pasta today. They've been participating in the parade for 11 years. They are a former Business of the Year recipient. Their pasta is awesome. Actually, the pizzas are good too, and their homemade breads are wonderful.
Here it comes.
Oh, here it comes. Thank you, Lisa.
Short.
One more try. Oh, here she goes. Oh, all right. Pasta does not throw like a baseball, Bill, does it? Thank you so much for that, Pasta.
Incoming, incoming. This is their 11th year participating in the parade. It takes businesses like this to help support our parade, and they've been great.
They participate in a lot of chamber events. They do the wine tasting where there's opportunities to sample and taste some of their food. And Lisa is a great sponsor of the community. She has been since they opened, I don't know how many, maybe 8 years ago, 10 years ago.
Well, it says it's their 11th year in the parade, so it's been at least 11 years that they've been around. I think they've been participating in the parade every year that they've been in business.
Yeah. Now, who do we have coming up next, Bill?
We have Waters Edge Salon and Spa. I was a little worried about this truck because it had a few leaks. I was hoping that we weren't going to have a tow truck pulling a tow truck
underneath the truck.
Yes,
I thought you were more concerned about some of the participants falling off.
They are one of our winners. They have received the most creative use of the theme, and
it looks like they've used a lot of different materials to put their float together.
I'm not sure I mentioned that the theme this year is lighting up the holidays.
It is lighting up the holidays, and here we are with the lights, the Christmas lights.
And they're wearing the Christmas lights
on
their bodies, which is a little unusual.
They're always very creative. Following them is the Pinkerton Academy Air Force Junior ROTC. They are a return participant of the parade.
One of the things that the ROTC group did was, if those of you who've been downtown and you've seen the Iraq-Afghanistan Memorial, they worked with the Derry Village Rotary Club to build that memorial. They did all the pavers and so forth, and right behind them
is the Pinkerton Academy Marching Band. This parade, this year they have 190 members in their band. They're planning a trip to New York City this year. They'll be
what event?
Actually, they'll be attending some of the shows there. They do some workshops. They work with some of the directors, do a little bit of performing.
We want to say hello to Matthew Robinson.
Oh, yes, my son will be marching today.
And we want to thank the Derry News for being a band sponsor. Sharp Group. The Derry News was first published in Derry in 1880, and it was $1 for a full year subscription. We want to thank the Derry News for being a sponsor, a band sponsor today, sponsoring the Pinkerton Academy Marching Band.
Next up is the Girl Scout Troop 10,041. Their theme is Light Up the World with Girl Scout Good Turns. The troop has 7 girls and 2 leaders. And it looks like maybe they have some of the Brownie troops following them. This is the Auburn, Chester, and Derry communities. It looks more than just 7 Girl Scouts. Maybe it's 7 Girl Scout troops combined,
that would
is
probably
what they're
be
talking about. They set goals, develop skills, and that support the success while learning problem solving, collaboration, and critical thinking.
What's really nice is a lot of them are dressed up as well in character.
And maybe this is another Girl Scout troop following through. Troop 12,704.
Generally, all of the troops, the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts, all march together unless they're building their own float.
Okay, because here comes Troop 10,041. And this is the troop that has the 7 participants. And I see 4 in front and 3 behind their little float there. This is only the 2nd year this troop I think it's actually the first year this particular troop has marched in the parade. I was talking to them before the parade, and they were saying it was the first year this troop formed, and so it is the first year that they have been in the parade.
Right. I don't remember seeing the Chester and Auburn groups before. That's great that they are participating. Next up, we have Tim Barshard's Professional Martial Arts Academy. Their motto is teaching life skills through martial arts, and They have been voted 9 times the best martial arts academy in Derry and Londonderry. And I know that they have, the last I knew, they have over 600 students.
Wow. They have been a Business of the Year in 2011. They were one of the top martial arts schools by Educational Funding Company. And they've also received an Inspiring Instruction Award and also Best Program Director Award. So they're very involved. And that looks like one of your trucks, Bill.
Yes, it is.
Interstate Landscape, and that's your son driving.
Yeah. And he is a 4th degree black belt at Tim Barshots. He is the highest ranking student, actually, at the academy. He's been participating for over 20 years in martial arts, as well as my daughter is a 4th degree black belt
That's
as
great.
well.
And he's also the Bobcat Ninja, is that right?
Yes, he is.
For those of you that have seen that YouTube video, this is Camp Renaissance, and their theme is Visions of Summer Camp, Dancing in My Head. They have 15 members in this marching band. It's a traditional summer camp with the added inspiration of project-based educational blocks to excite learning and wonder in children. This is the first year this organization has participated. And it looks like it probably has children for all ages, or activities for children of all ages.
They did a great job with their float as well. That
I
took a
love
little
their
bit of
little
time.
teepee that we just saw go by. Looks like the Red Star Twirlers are coming.
The Red Star Twirlers. This is their 27th year. They are one of the original participants in the parade, and they are under the direction of Gina Hutchinson. And the Red Stars have won national championships performing from Broadway, from the Broadway show Sister Act. Very cool. And I know that they have many members of their organization as lead twirlers in college programs all around the country.
And they have traveled all over the world.
They have.
They've been on been to China, Spain, Germany. This year they actually have a fundraising event. This is the second year that they are doing a performance during the holidays. And what they do is the funds that are raised will go to the Derry News Santa Fund, all the funds that are raised from this event. So the name of the event is Bells of Christmas Present. It's going to be at the Derry Opera House on December 14th. I think it may start about 7 o'clock. But they really, really put a lot in. The girls practice 3 times a week. They have a small, like a juniors program where the older girls actually mentor the younger children.
Now, as you know, I'm a band geek, and as you are as well, and I was watching a YouTube video of the Ohio State Marching Band the other day, and the twirlers were unbelievable. There was a male twirler. I'm looking down the crowd here. I don't see any males in the group yet, but they had a male twirler that was throwing his baton. It had to be 60, 70, 80 feet in the air. It was incredible.
Oh, wow.
The concentration that is involved in this sport, really. It's almost a sport. And you can see the older girls, the more experienced girls up front, and then the younger kids that are just learning.
It's wonderful to see the different ages and to know that it can continue. And a lot of these girls actually will go on to become instructors. I was talking with Gina about that.
I think we have a little guy back there at the back end there, maybe.
They're wonderful. It's wonderful to watch the younger ones learn those skills. It takes a lot of practice and a lot of discipline. It's wonderful to see their performance every year.
It is. I love watching the little kids. And then behind the Red Star Twirlers,
all right, it looks like their performance is moving on.
Next up we have Greenwood Stables and Derry True Blue Trotters 4-H
here we go.
Club.
Are they miniature
Stables, this
ponies
is their second year.
a little bit? Mm-hmm.
Were you a 4-H'er?
I was a 4-H'er, and I also grew up with, I owned horses growing up. So I absolutely love watching the horses come by.
I was an FFA'er, but not a
4-H'er?
4-H'er.
Yeah, I actually showed my horse.
Oh, really? So you know all about this then?
Yeah. Well, Greenwood Stables, like you said, this is their second year in the holiday parade. It actually looks like they have a little burro here that's being stubborn, actually. She's having a little trouble pulling him along. You know, it may be, there's a lot of dogs that are at the parade this year, I've noticed, so maybe he's a little skittish to the animals on this side. Although we have, they said, the true blue trotter 4-H club behind with the dogs. So
visitors are welcome to their farm.
yes.
And they're honored to support military families.
Yep. They're located here in Derry. We're waiting for the Red Star twirlers to move along. All right. So now we have coming up is the first place winner of the Derry Holiday Parade. Bill, who is the winner?
T-Bones.
Is that T-Bones? Oh, they always do a great job. I know they support the costume gallery here in town around the holiday parade. They are always renting some wonderful costumes, and it looks like they've got some great ones again this year.
The inspiration behind the lights being displayed on the float. Jack the Pumpkin King brings Christmas to Halloween Town. This is T-Bone's 8th year in the parade. They always do a great float. I know J&F Farms always supplies their tractor trailer rig to pull the float, and J&F does a great job. I know Phil practically lives at T-Bone's. So
okay. That relationship there is
yes.
important. Well, their theme this year is A Nightmare Before Christmas.
They continue
that's
to be
a little
great
creative.
supporter of the many community events in the Derry Boys and Girls Club in the upper room. Yeah, very creative. And T-Bones receives the first place award this year in the parade. Yeah. Witches and ghosts and goblins. That's a great idea. A nightmare before Christmas. Who would have ever thought of that theme?
Right. It's nice that they get so much support and involvement with their staff. Next up is Brownell Insurance Company. Their theme title is Flo Can't Get Those Lights On. That's interesting. Flo just can't seem to get those lights to stay on the Christmas tree as the 12 Pains of Christmas plays in the background. They're located on Nashua Road in Derry. They're really right on the Derry Londonderry town line. Brownell Insurance is a friendly, full-service organization. This is their second year in the parade, and there is Marie Brownell.
Next up, we have Enterprise Bank as one of our band sponsors. Thank you to Enterprise Bank, sponsoring the Gilbert Hood Middle School. Let's listen to them play some Christmas music. Under the direction of Emily Johnson. Little Jingle Bell Rock.
Yeah.
Band consists of 120 members, and their school motto is a great place to work and learn. Thank you to Emily Johnson.
Now we have J&F Farms. They brought their delightful cows this year dressed up as reindeer. Oh, the poor cows.
And they have a pooper scooper.
And there's the pooper scooper. Wonderful. Well, I'm glad the Hood students were in front of that.
Oh, watch out. Okay, then we have our Derry Frost Festival Committee. This year's festival
We've got
will
the
be on
King, Queen, Prince, and Princess.
on the February 14th through 16th is this year's event.
And quickly following them is the Timberwolves. Let me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt. That's their pledge. And
They have
this is
to,
a new organization, Fit for Mom, that's just coming by. They're helping you make strides in fitness, motherhood, and life.
They've got to learn how to jump over the poop.
Yes, yes, it's unfortunate. We need a little bit. Oh, there's
little
the
bit
Derry
more.
News Santa Fund with Julie Huss and Kathy DeCampo. And now we have the Dance Impressions.
Located on Rockingham Road in Wyndham.
Their float name is Deck the Rooftop.
The Rooftop.
So we'll see what that has. The girls are dancing here.
They have 30 tap dancers and 20 jazz dancers performing today.
Their classes are all taught in a professional manner, and the emphasis is on fun. I think that's the way all the organizations should be when they have these children involved.
Oh, you can really hear that tap going.
Yes.
In April, the Dance Impressions will be taking 80 dancers to Disney World to perform. I think they'll be down there with the Alvern Band will be in Disney in April as well.
So do we have Dance Impressions in front here and also the girls behind the truck?
Yes.
So they've got their sound system right in the middle there.
Very nice.
Nice. Really, really. I like
They
the
do a
way
great job.
the idea of they've got the girls in red and white.
Yeah.
With different levels of dance.
Here we go. I can hear the tapping now. Next up, we have St. Thomas Aquinas with a float titled Jesus Lights Up Our School. We have 70 participants, including nativity characters on the float. It is dedicated to the spiritual, moral, physical, and intellectual development of students. And St. Thomas is the only Catholic school in Derry. I think now it's the only
Private school,
school,
I think,
yeah.
in Derry.
Yeah.
It looks like they have a lot of the children involved on their float. Oh, they've really made some cute outfits too. Look at the angel costumes. I think this is only maybe the second year they participated in
they
here,
used
or-
to participate regularly.
Okay.
The Knights of Columbus. Are they located at St. Thomas?
I don't know.
I think they are. I think
Yep.
they're the Knights group would have a huge float every year. Sometimes that's really based on the members and
Yep.
the members who really want to support it. So
It looks like
but
we
now
have the
they're
East
back
Derry
involved.
Elementary School coming up here. They're waving. Look at that. That's the school my boys went to.
East Derry.
Wonderful school. Yeah, the PTA gets very involved at the school. Kids are all dressed up with their little Santa hats. Their float title is East Derry Elementary School. All right.
Nice to see the dads out walking with
Yes,
the kids.
yes.
Usually we have a lot of the moms, but in this group we have many of the dads walking with their kids, which is great to see them involved.
So their float is a winter park scene that has been created, including benches, Christmas trees, and a menorah. There's approximately 40 students and parents that are involved in this parade this year, walking with a mascot, which is their owl. And Bill, I'm going to leave this one up next for you to talk about. It's the Londonderry Marching Band.
Yeah, next up we have the Londonderry Marching Band, 310 members this year in the band. The Lancers will be traveling this year to New York City and Washington for the St. Patrick's Day parades in both cities, which is kind of cool. They've had a large trip last year to Disney, and
Let's just listen to them.
yeah, let's just listen. They are under the direction of Andy Susi and Serge Molio.
Next up is Five Guys. The truck Five Guys are driving today is an international CTX, or CXT. What's the CXT, Bill?
I have no idea. Cross country something or other. Yeah. Very
Look
high
at the
off
size
the
of that truck. Wow. Five Guys Burgers and Fries is located right here in Derry. Everything is served fresh and cooked to order. They have won Best of New Hampshire for both burgers and fries 4 years in a row. And that truck, it's a CXT, and all I know, I can see that it runs on biodiesel. Is the biodiesel the oil that the fries are cooked in?
No, it's a little bit different.
A little more refined than that.
Next up we have Calvary Bible Church. Their float is titled Jesus is the Light of the World. Includes a live nativity. And antique cars include the 1971 Suburban, the red car that you see, and also a 55 Chevy Cameo pickup.
What a beautiful truck.
Very beautiful.
Wow.
Calvary Bible Church is located on Hampstead Road. Promotes a variety of programs.
We've got Burlington Self-Storage as a band sponsor. They've also really stepped up to be a big sponsor of the Chamber this year with having a holiday light and Santa visit. So they're supporting West Runningbrook Middle School Band this year. The band has over 100 members. They perform a variety of musical styles throughout the year. They're led by Jody Lalos. And we'll listen to them perform.
It's fun to see the parents running up, taking all the photos and pictures and videoing their kids.
Yes, I've done that many times myself,
as the band marches by.
Well, I'm sure Pinkerton Academy is going to be excited to have them next year, some of those 8th graders from both the middle schools.
Next up we have Miss Londonderry's outstanding team, Sarah White, and Miss
Mackenzie
Londonderry outstanding preteen, Mackenzie.
Mackenzie Good.
Congratulations to those two young ladies for winning those events.
And this is the most unusual award. The most unusual award is given to the South Range School this year. Look at, I love the mosaic that they made in the back. It looks like a lot of time and effort went into that. Look at these. I bet the art department was very involved in this marching group this year. We have dance progressions coming up. Bill, what can you tell us about dance progressions?
When I find their sheet, I will tell you.
Dance progressions, here we are. They are participating in the parade this year, 14th year in a row. They offer dance instruction to dancers of all ages. And they're hosts of Dancers Making a Difference, a dance concert to benefit St. Thomas Aquinas Food Pantry. So again, it's another organization in town that is helping with collections of food. Oh, this is a new participation, Lex Toy. Jeff's Lex Toy. I'm not really sure what that is, but I know this is their first year in the parade. They're a certified automotive service and sales, and they're located in Derry. What else can you tell me about them?
There are 7 people riding on the float today. The inspiration behind the float is Peace on Earth. Jeff's Lex Toy is a Lexus and Toyota specialist shop located on Commercial Lane in Derry.
Here's third place winner today. And third place is by Barker School, the elementary school. Oh, I really like their float. It looks like one of those light bright sets that they've actually created.
That is what it is. It's a lighting bright the holiday. Students at Barker Elementary have created a version of the Hasbro Light Bright game. They have done this using pegboard and cups. The school motto is Dream, Believe, and Achieve. 2 of the clubs the school supports are the Go Green Club and the Kids Care Club, and we have several students and parents marching today behind their float.
Now, who do we have up next? Is it the Gate City?
Yes.
Yes, it's the Gate City Ballet. The title of their float is the Nutcracker. This float has more than 50 people participating, including the characters of Clara, the Nutcracker, and many more from the ballet. They're actually located in Nashua, so I didn't know that we have some organizations that actually come from out of town to participate in our parade. This is their 5th year in the parade.
You see the toy soldiers here?
Yeah, that's. They're a student-based youth ballet company providing professional quality performance and roles to their students. Looks like they're handing out candy canes and some little goodies for the spectators on the side.
Next up, we have the New Hampshire Junior Wildcats, Pop Warner football and cheer squad. The float is titled NHJR, Wildcats Pop Warner. And this is the first year for this organization to participate in the parade. And they have more than 30 people marching, and I can hear some cheers going on as well. So we have a lot of parents and players
They're
marching
very
today. The little
energetic
guys.
group.
Look at the little guys on the far
Yes,
side over there.
I actually
That's great.
interviewed them before we got started today, and they are really have a lot of energy.
New Hampshire Junior Wildcats.
Yes, look at that football goal. I like the top of their Christmas tree, Bill.
Yes.
Forget the star. We've got the helmet going here.
Where the heck do they find that big helmet?
Yeah.
I wonder.
And happy Hanukkah.
Derry Village Elementary School PTA coming up. Their float is entitled Derry Village Elementary Lights Up for the Holidays.
Oh, and they've got a lucky leprechaun. That's the school's mascot. He's walking along with many of the kids from the school. What a cute little mascot. The inspiration behind this float is that the children of Derry Village Elementary would like to send a holiday message to all. The PTA is a large family organization that always welcomes new members.
And next up we have Follow Your Dreams Farm. The motto of this family-oriented equestrian center is Where Dreams Become Realities. And we have several horses here. What are the small horses called?
Well, they're ponies or miniature pony. These are miniature horses too.
Nellie and Shadow are our miniature horses, along with Peaches.
Oh, so Applejack is the miniature horse that's pulling the two-wheeled. Sulky right there. Oh, look at it. It looks like he's got his winter coat on already. As the weather gets colder, the ponies and horses, their coat will get much thicker.
And we want to thank another band sponsor, Granite Ridge Energy, for sponsoring the Windham Community Concert Band.
There are 3 different types of bands within the Windham Community Band. They have the concert band, the swing band, and the flute ensemble. So we'll stop talking, Bill, for a minute so we can hear them. And of course, the song is stopped. What great timing I have. Here they go. Everyone's favorite is the Kona ice truck. I don't know about this time of year, Bill. I'm not sure. I feel like having a snow cone right now. But Kona Ice is a wonderful company. They actually support a lot of nonprofit organizations by attending their events, and they give a percentage of the proceeds that they earn that day back to that nonprofit organization. Look at their theme, the Hawaiian theme. That's great.
That's awesome.
What can you tell us about Alvirne High School, Bill?
Well, Alvirne High School is under the direction of Jerry Bastian. Their band, when I was a teacher at Alvirne, I don't know if you know that.
Oh, I didn't know that,
I taught at
Bill.
Alvirne from 1981 to 87. And they did not have a marching band back then because they did not have a football team.
This band keeps growing and growing each year.
They keep growing,
I see
and they're doing a great job, Jerry, over there.
Larger and larger.
And they do, I think they have one of the best halftime shows in the state of New Hampshire. Jerry does a great halftime show. Let's listen to them. The Alvirne Band will be traveling to Disney, as I said earlier, in April. Last time I was chaperoning in Disney, they were there as well.
Oh, good.
The Londonderry Band.
Well, we have Boy Scout or Cub Scout Pack 402 and Boy Scout Troop 402. So Cub Scouts and the Boy Scouts?
Yes, they've joined up.
So their float title is Scouting Lights Our Way. The materials used for this float included a tent. Can you see the tent there? Maybe it's been recreated into something else. I don't see a tent. Well, Christian Fellow Baptist Church has moved up. Do we have any information on Christian Fellowship Baptist
Yes, we do. Their
Church?
float is titled Hope. This float is a depiction of the Nativity with the three wise men following close behind. And the church's motto is evangelize the sinner, edify the saint, and exalt the Savior. In addition to handing out candy, the Christian Fellowship Baptist Church will be inviting anyone who would like to attend their Christmas musical and drama to attend the event.
Well, we've got the second place winner of the Derry Holiday Parade,
which is Parkland.
Parkland Medical Center. They're located right here in Derry. Their gingerbread house. Look at that beautiful house that has been created. The materials used were wood, paint, decorated with cardboard. Wonder who put that together, as far as if it was the staff, or sometimes some of the Pinkerton students get involved in building some of the floats. Very, very colorful. They did a nice job. That's really great.
I'm not sure who
Is this
is.
Journey Church of the Nazarene,
Yes.
maybe?
Yes.
Their float, Light of the World. Inspiration behind the float is the Advent Light of the World is Jesus. The float consists of Advent calendars, a Christmas tree, and children dressed as angels. Journey Church welcomes visitors with hot cocoa following the parade. So their motto is love God, grow together, and serve the world. They've done a nice job with those candles. It looks like if it was a little darker, we'd actually get some lights on there.
Exactly. Those.
That is a really nice.
I think
a
they
lot
are
of
lit
work
up.
went into that flow. They've done a nice job.
And
Now, what do we have coming up next?
Up.
I'm not really sure.
We're going to let them get a little bit closer so we can identify this next group. The Next Charter School.
Oh, that's the new school here in Derry. Yeah. So it's a new school. I think it actually is starting has started this past fall. Is this the first year, or maybe it's going to be next year? But the next charter school is an alternative school, a public high school for children of Derry to choose. So if they choose to go to a much smaller school than Pinkerton Academy, they have that option. So now, first place youth organization in the Derry Holiday Parade is what? Pack 402.
Cub Scout pack. Yes,
so now
402.
this is the Cub Scout pack.
Right.
We had the. All right, so we were out of order a little bit.
Cub Scouts mixed up.
So this is pack 402, and this must be. Is this lighting up the holidays?
Yes.
So the float has exercise equipment and elves in sweatsuits working off. And there's the tent. I see it. Oh, and this must be the new ATA, Martial Arts of Southern New Hampshire.
They're called the Kicking Kids, creating tomorrow's leaders one black belt at a time. Yes, that is ATA. And
the Batosh
of the parade.
High Rollers. The Batosh High Rollers, the Masons and Shriners. They have their little mini monster trucks. So it looks like these big eyes and little trucks, and then sometimes it looks like they're going to get out of control a little bit. They support 22 different Shriners hospitals around the country.
Keep your toes off the street when these guys are riding by.
Yeah, it's not the time to be crossing. I think these spectators and participants for this group have just as much fun watching
That's right.
as participating. They do need a lot of room, don't they?
They do, and they may have even had one of them break down. One of them's being towed here.
I wonder if they go through any special driving school to be able to do this.
They actually have NASCAR cars too, which are really cool.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they have a lot of different varieties of vehicles that
What a
participate
great way
in the
to
parade.
raise some funds for the Shriners.
Look at the smiles on the faces of these guys.
That's
They're
what
having
I mean.
a lot of
I
fun.
think they're having as much fun. There they go. And I see one truck sitting back there on the flatbed. Wonder what's happened to that one.
Yeah, they always bring an extra, I think. And behind them we have, well, they're not gonna lead. We have Chunky's Cinema and Pub. Their motto is the only way to see a movie. I have to agree with that.
Is it?
They also have a biodiesel truck that runs off of actually vegetable oil, which is pretty cool.
So maybe that was the same thing for the Five Guys, because
It
I
might
did
be,
see
yeah.
oil
Yeah.
with fries on the back there.
Yeah.
So, oh, that's great.
And then the Derry Demons.
It's the Derry Demons and
The
Wolverines.
Wolverines.
6 years they've been in our parade. Their motto is winning is for today, sportsmanship is for a lifetime. That's some great things to teach the kids. And it looks like we start with some really young. What age? They have 150 volunteer members. But it looks like the kids must start at maybe 3 or 4 years old, and they're carrying a trophy. A couple of trophies, actually, so I guess they've had some accomplishments this past year.
Well, this is where Pinkerton must get all of their great cheerleaders from, because I think I read that.
Football players too.
And the football
The
players.
Demons, yeah.
And I think
a
I
big
read
crowd.
that Pinkerton won the cheerleading event again this year, the high school event.
Kids have a lot of energy. Look at that. It's like one big family, though. The football and cheerleaders, they spend so much time together.
Yeah.
It's
And
great
then
to
behind
see
them, Birch Heights. Birch Height Retirement Community is driving their community band today, decorated with some Christmas trees. Birch Heights.
Well, they have been a major sponsor of the parade in years past.
Yes.
A big supporter of the Chamber of Commerce, who is the organization who's put on this parade today. Oh, here's one of the Batosh clowns moseying about.
I can see some of them pulling up along beside the Lions Club as well.
Yes.
They're
Yeah, look at that.
they participate
The
in many
Calliope.
parades, Old Home Day celebrations, and other community events.
Again, any funds that they raise go to the Shriners Burn Hospital.
And all of the Shriners are volunteers.
And here's the Derry Lions Club. I think this, I don't know, maybe their first year
Yes.
in parade. They're empowering our community to save sight. The Derry Lions Club was established in 1946 and always is ready to serve. Whenever the Lions get together, problems get smaller and communities get bigger. What a way, I like that. There's the Salvation Army.
Salvation Army up next.
And they do a lot, have a lot of summer programs.
And their motto is doing the most good. Anytime you see a fire in Derry or Londonderry, you see the emergency canteen truck there helping out the firefighters. And then, of course, our finale. And we have the Londonderry Fire Department fire truck. Mission is to protect
Their
and
primary
efficiently
goal?
prevent or reduce the loss of life. Their mission. And so they sent over a truck today, their ladder truck, right in front of you-know-who.
The Derry Fire Department carrying Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
Next up, we have the big guy
Yeah.
and Mrs. Claus. Derry Fire Department is a full-service fire department that provides emergency services and protection from fire, natural and man-made disasters, and medical emergencies.
The mission of the Derry Fire Department is to plan, prevent, and provide.
There's Mrs. Claus and Mr.
Claus.
Mr. Santa.
It's what everybody's been waiting for.
Cover your ears.
Yeah, it's gonna come. Actually, it's nice that they've kept it down a little bit and not the real loud siren going by.
Well, that's it, Suzanne.
That looks like
we
the
got
end
through
of our
another
parade.
parade, and it's nice and sunny and beautiful. And
It is.
on behalf of the Greater Derry Londonderry Chamber of Commerce and the Holiday Parade Committee, would like to thank our following sponsors: our lead sponsor, Public Service of New Hampshire, and our other sponsors, band sponsors, and so forth: Enterprise Bank, Granite Ridge Energy, Derry News Eagle Tribune, Burlington Self Storage, Derry Youth Lacrosse Association, Derry Village Rotary, Derry Police Department, Derry
And
Community
we can't
TV,
forget Derry Community TV.
downtown businesses and all the businesses along the parade route, Blue Seal Feed especially, and the parade participants and volunteers who have taken the day today and set it aside to help build the floats and march
Make
in the
this a
parade.
wonderful community
make
event.
it a great event. And thanks for all of you for watching, and have a great holiday season.
And many thanks to Derry Community Television and their staff who have put in many hours out here in the cold. We appreciate them.
job by the guys.
Another great job done.
And I don't think any of them got run over this year.
No. It's been a safe parade and a successful event.